Hello guys and welcome to a new series. This is Rise of Industry and this is Murphy. We are looking at the main menu here. We're listening to the wonderful music of these guys have put together. Last time we were here we quickly looked through the tutorial just to find our feet, and we're looking at 3 different types of gameplay. We have got a career mode where we basically start on a certain level and with a certain amount of research. We also then have free play where all the tech is available and we can just get up and going from the start, or custom game where we can customize the map, resources and restrictions. So we are going to jump into the career game and we're going to set our own difficulty. There's 3 levels. Obviously newcomer, that will give us additional money. Let's just go into it. Start with a high amount of money with a few trials and tribulations. Now trials and tribulations are a new thing to the game. Basically yeah, they can really cause you some problems, the tribulations, etc. Normal is a kind of a balanced game, and then veteran is for the insane. Yeah, not for the faint at heart. Start off with low money and many hardships, and I think Catherine of Sky put it, they want to kill you. But yeah, so we're going to go with a normal mode, and let's just jump straight in and see what we get given. Okay, so to start with, we just hit the pause straight away to try and keep the game from rolling on too far. Let me just give you a quick overview of the actual map. You can see that we've got different colours, little lines going across the map here, there, around here, over here, and basically that is because they are the areas. So if we go into Melbourne, alright, this region here is just short of 200,000, well 170,000 should I say, but it's only this small section. Okay, so that's why it's so cheap. If we go to actually we've got another small section here as well. Don't want the farmers market, I want, let's go in a bit closer. There we go. That's 100 short of 200,000. But if we find that looks like a big one. Yeah, it is. No, I don't want the farmers market. I want that. Thank you very much. Close those down. That's 300,000. So it's a case of there's a lot of land associated to it. In some of the games you are talking close to 1 million. I think what's ring seal here. Let's go in a bit closer. Let's have a look at this one. 200,000. So you've got a couple of options. The first time you buy anything, you what's that? Oh, it's a bit of lonely water on its own. The first time you go into an area, it will be a set price. And then it'll say there's another price associated to it for somebody else joining later on. So where are we going to start? We have got a number of industries that we can play around with. We can look at the overall game. Let's actually go into Wheatleaf, I think it's called. Okay, so we're on pause. We can look at the region. We know that's 400,000, really? Okay. Didn't actually look that big. Oh, mind you, it does go quite far. Okay. Although, not too sure where the borders are, actually. Because that looks like... Okay, either way. Alright, let's just take this little village for starters. Let's move them out of the way. And we've got coal, copper, fish, wood, oil, and iron. Now we need to purchase permits to actually be able to operate in these. Now if we press tab, we'll be able to see where all the resources are, and when we scroll out you'll see in greater detail for where the ore is, the fish are, the coal, etc., and all the rest of it, so you can kind of make an informed decision of where you want to actually start. But we're going to look at the hardware and the farmers market, because these two are going to be the staples when you are starting out. Now, oops, come on, move over. Now, you can click on the names, the buildings, or you can just open up the main centre and then just click on those, and then also you've got the wholesaler as well. So that's all how it works. We're looking at what we can make in the first early game, and depending on how you want to play this, you'll be able to go down various different routes. For this one, I'm going to be looking at supplying my towns with cardboard, cartons and paper. So nearly every single town has these requests, and you look at the actual cost of cartons, you're talking just 36,000 per delivery. So you can really make some money that way, along with cardboard and paper. Because when you look at your fruit, well, basically the fruit on its own is not a great deal, and although it doesn't cost a great deal to build up your farm and to manage it, it's still a case of it's still quite expensive, you know, return on investment sort of thing. So we are going to just look at screw mount, and I'll show you the overall map so you can see where it's fishes, oil, gas, iron ore, etc. And we want to go to somewhere that's got a half decent town. You know, here we've got farmers market, we've got a bookstore, we've got a liquor store. So that could have a decent demand. So we've got 4 books there, 4 cartons, and 4 paper. So that looks to me like a really good place to start, because it'll have a pretty good demand to start with. So we can click onto the region. We've got fish, we've got oil, and we've got wood. It's going to cost us 340,000. Okay, that is what we're going to do. I'm also going to have a quick scan at some of the other regions, because I want to be able to also save in progress. I want to be able to open up in other areas quite quickly, and once we've got one city up and running, ooh, that looks quite decent size, I want to be able to mirror what we've done elsewhere. So that's 3, 3 and 4. Okay, so that's the 2 good little quantities, so we're going to go with that. And region, yeah, 400,000, typical. Yeah, let's go with that. Now also there was this one down here, that was quite cheap, wasn't it? Hardware store, 4, 5, yeah. Do you know what, I'm going to go here as well. Let's buy that. That's 500,000. Wow, that's jumped up immensely. That has jumped up immensely, because that was only 100,000. Right, okay, so it must be as I keep buying locations, it's going to increase the price. Okay, let's not do anything else until we actually start making some money. So what is this town all about? So this is a heavy industry place. It's got the farmers market, hardware, liquor store and bookstore. We've got, obviously we've got the fish, water, oil and wood. Now I want to start with potentially see what they've got for apples. Yeah, they've also require apples. I want to start with making cardboard, cartons, etc. So I'm going to choose my specialist. So go into the tech tree. You can choose your specialization. Okay, this is where your, if I read this, it might be easier. The tech tree is your path to invention, innovation, and prosperity. Use it to find the avenues that will allow you to progress upwards to the top of your industry age. It's broken up into several specialization branches which will grant you access to new buildings, enhancements, and even new recipes. Right. If we go into any of these, we'll get a boost into that area. It doesn't actually say it here, but you actually get a boost. And we can have a look at the preview of the tech tree. Okay. So if we go to gathering, we've got our water, sand, etc. You've got to spend 3 innovation points per turn to move this on. Farming, again, get 3 innovation points and you can unlock tier 2, and then 3 on here and you can unlock tier 3, etc. So we need to look at potentially getting a paper mill, which will unlock paper and card. Then I want the advanced press, so we can get cartons and gift wrapping. But I can't do that until I've researched. So we're going to go in and we're going to set our specialisation as industry. So there's paper mill, and we'll jump straight in. Now we get 3 points in here. We get additional 2 research points because we chose the industry. So I can unlock that, and I can also unlock that. What's this one? Not going to go for books, and I'm not going to go for newspapers just yet because I've got you need dyes from the textile factory to be able to utilise the newspapers and posters. So that's 2 loads or 2 research points. So I'm going to hold fire on that. Let's have a look at our gathering. We've got 1 research point here. We can buy water from the warehouse or the wholesale. So I'm going to need my lumber yard. Okay, so that's opened up. We've used our research point. I've got 1 in here. Orchards. You can either start with a field where you get wheat, or you can start with an orchard where you get apples. And I've already spotted that in this town I can actually have apples, so we're going to go with that. And then in here we have got our truck depots, and we've got faster roads, and we've got unlocked dispatch slots for every building. Now I'm going to go for that one because whatever building we've got, it allows us to have multiple delivery points until we can actually research that a bit further on. Okay, so we've done chose all our research. We are looking at this town here, and I want to make sure I can deliver product to them very quickly. So we are going to look at building our I'm going to start with the actual factory, just so that I can actually, because it's going to be that factory that delivers in to the city. So paper mill. Now we can't put it too close to the centre, so this building here, so we can't put it here. It says too close to I, influence -5 and -2.5 per week. So we can just move out slowly until, there we go. That's the sweet spot. Let's rotate this round. Oops. Yeah, that's the sweet spot. So press shift and you can place or you can keep placing it. Okay, we're going to go with 2 paper mill. We're going to do some, actually no, we're going to have 1 card. Right, let me think this through. Let me have a look at the actual production. So I can go to cartons. Carton just requires, carton just requires 1 box to create a carton. So I want to be able to make 2 boxes and 2 cartons. So if I have, if I have 2 more facilities, and what I'm going to do on these guys, you are going to make production. You're going to be cardboard set, yes, and destination is going to be we want manufacturing, don't we? So actually nothing's set there. Let's change this to production, and we want carton set, yes. So right, okay, so there it is. We can actually now send it to that manufacturing centre. Oops, pressed the wrong key. Alright, so those 2 are supplying each other, so we just need to supply this one. We're going to also set this one to a production of cartons. Okay, and we're going to set your destination of where you're going to supply to commercial and hardware, which is only 18 tiles away. We're going to reduce that down to 1 for the time being, and the same, set your destination to a single location as well. Let's reduce that down as well. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to have this one now set to produce cardboard. Yes, set, and we want destination, and we want paper mill 5. Perfect. Reduce that down. Oops. So those two are supplying these two. Then we're going to have one paper and one cardboard. It's just set up as it is. Right, you're going to be actually going to set you as cardboard. No, actually you can be paper. Keep everything on the same side of the road, and you can choose destination, and you're going to go to commercial, hardware store, one truck, and you are going to be cardboard. Alright, and your destination is going to be commercial. There, again, perfect. Oops. Reduce that down to single vehicle. Okay. So we've got these two producing, supplying this, and then all four are going to be supplying the hardware store in here. So we now just need to get water sorted out. We'll be able to get water from the wholesaler. It's not available yet, but we will be able to. So we need to be able to supply all four of those with water. Ain't going to happen just from one single location. So we are going to have to get... Wow, that's a long road. Let's see whether there's anywhere else. Okay, that could be a little problem. I never spotted that to start with. We're going to have to buy water from somewhere else, and that's potentially over here. Wow, okay. That's a long way. Maybe I hold fire on actually having 3 buildings. Okay, alright, let's see how it goes, play it out anyway. Right, we want a lumberyard. Now, the lumberyard is going to... Where's the... yeah, it's there. I'm going to put a lumberyard here. And we're going to have a couple of... where are you? Paper mill. I don't want paper mill, I want that one. Thank you. Harvesters. So we're going to add harvester. So the harvester will collect the resources. Right, we're going to need 2, yeah, so we'll do that. So you can, let's go to destination, so factories. So paper mill requires 1, cardboard requires 2, so we're going to go with cardboard 4. So we'll put 2 to cardboard, and we'll put 2 to that cardboard. So both those will get 2 trucks. Okay. Let's connect the road up. Oops, come on. There we go. I'm also going to put another one across the road, I think. So that we can then supply the others with just those 2 locations. So let's just get that sorted. So lumberyard, rotate, oops. There we go. And we'll get our, come on, add harvesters there and there. Alright, that's straight down, perfect. And those can go to manufacturing, cardboard 1, we'll get 2 to there, and we'll get paper there, and we'll just have 1. Okay, perfect. Right, okay, so that's as set up as it can be. Okay. Next, we want to get some fruit on the go, because we're going to be needing... let's get rid of that. We want to get some apples coming into the city. So obviously we can't go too close because it'll get upset. Now, where do we want to send it? This is a farmer's market here. Oops. So if we follow that road, we kind of want something over this direction. So we want to put a road in here. Actually, do you know what? No, we can't. We can't supply this one because we don't have enough water. So we need to... Where did we buy before? It was over here, wasn't it? Which one was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, you already own the permit. Yeah, okay. So we can look at doing more here. So let's have a look at the farmer's market. Do they want apples? Yeah, they do. They're happy to have 3. So we can put our farm over here and try and get some apples being produced over here. So obviously, again, we are going to the farmer's market that's there. So theoretically, if we were to put our farm in this sort of position, it's a straight. We can put a straight road in. Perfect. And we can then place down our farms. Alright, let's put in a road, a nice straight road to the farmer's market. Perfect. And we can probably put another farm in as well. So that's too close. That's too close. That's okay. Alright, oops. Can I delete that now, I wonder? Can I? Right. Actually, do you know what? Let's just add our fields. Okay. So we've now got... oops, is that connected? No, it's not. Alright, so we've got 2 apple orchards. And we're going to set those for destination. And we'll go to commercial. And we're going to go here. And put 1 truck on it. And the same with this guy. Destination. And again, 1 truck. Now, the reason we are only putting 1 truck on it is it'll keep the actual running costs of a vehicle upkeep down by basically not having too many vehicles associated to anything. Okay, so we've got both lots sorted. The only thing we don't have is our water sorted. So we have, as I said before, I made the little boob over here where I've got 1 factory that isn't going to have water because we need water for everything, so it's probably going to be the cardboard factory that doesn't get supplied to start with. So let's just unpause the game, and because what you'll see is our wholesaler. We should, there we go, unpause. We should, there we go, we see water up here. So now we can add destination, choose destination. We want our factories. So we want, we don't want cardboard 1, we want cardboard 4. We've got 9 available, and then we want cardboard 3. Then we want paper 2. Now what we can do, because we've got 9 coming in, we can actually cancel one of these later, and then reassign it to paper mill 1. So after after we've got a lot of stock in here, which won't take long actually, because we need. Well, actually, it's not going to be there. It's here. Where have we sent it? It's going to be one of these that we actually move, because these guys only need 1 water opposed to paper that needs 2, so that will be fine. Okay, let's just jump over to our orchards that we've got going on over here, and again we have got wholesaler, perfect, water's available. Destination, we're going to go to farms, we're going to go to 1, 3 trucks. Go to 2. Oops. Go to 2 and 3 trucks, and then we've got the availability to add more. Now, obviously, that is going to produce 3. So how many days? Every 20 days is going to produce 3 apples for both farms. So we're only shipping one in at a time, so we're going to be potentially looking to send some apples to, who's this? No idea. Geordie Shots, something like that. So what I'll do is, there's no other town closer, is there? No. I'm going to set over here a new destination. And we're going to go to commercial, and we're going to go to, where was it? So looking at the distance, that's 13 tiles, 162. Where was Geordie Shots? That's interesting. It's not showing me. Unless, of course, they don't want any apples, and that's probably why they're not showing up. And they don't want apples. Okay, so we're going to go for... Ooh, go back. Destination. We can go to state. Ooh, still quite far away. So I'm going to go... Yeah, we'll send one over here. One vehicle. And we'll send another one. Commercial. We've sent it to that one, so we'll send it to that one. Just one vehicle. So by supplying a small quantity, what will happen is, as long as the AI doesn't kick up and absolutely cover the area in manufacturing, it will mean that if we are only supplying a small quantity, say this is like 3 per week, actually that's 3 per week. I don't need to, I thought I was thinking it was 3 per month. Let's cancel those for the time being, and they can all go straight to here, because we're going to produce 3 a month on each vine, or every 20 days, so we should be fine. Perfect. Right, okay, so that's done. We've spent 4.5 million. We've got 1 tech available, and that is in here. So, thinking about the fact that we've got our farm, also our paper mill, that will unlock fabric dyes and mattresses. That will unlock cheese and orange juice to manufacture, and that will unlock furniture base and wooden barrels. Now, wooden barrels need steel, so I can either just leave it on. That requires dye, and that requires dye as well. So I'm going to hold fire on that for this moment in time. I'm going to unpause it. We're on fast speed. The computer will build like nobody's business, and it won't take long. Let's knock off these signs so we can actually see. One of the things I really love about this is every single little truck, it has, let me just zoom in. So here we're carrying water. Everything that has its own, there we go, we're carrying timber. So each different truck has its own little graphic associated to it, which I think is brilliant. So we've now got we've got wood there, and how are we doing for water in these? So that's 11 and 10. So straight away that's like 10 months worth of supply into this factory. So I'm going to change where they're actually delivering. Oh, we've got wood there available. So we can now change the water mill. Ooh. Is he not going to let me have water? If I cancel one of these, am I going to have a problem? Okay, do you know what? I'm going to let it run for a bit longer. Okay. I'm going to reduce the amount of vehicles I've got coming to these locations. So that should give me more water available. There we go, that's okay. So I want cardboard 1. So cardboard 3 and 4, 15 and 14. So cardboard 1. So let's see, that's got the most. So 4's got the most. Let's take that off. And let's put factory. We want cardboard 1. Perfect. Right. That'll now get supplied, and we'll have sufficient water there as well, so they can all get manufacturing. So we have current costs at the moment. We are 166,000. Ouch. We're purchasing £35,000 worth of product, and that's all the water we're buying from both here and our other location. Let's just pause that a second and have a look at what we're doing on water. So we've now 16 still. Oops. 14, 10, 5. Right, paper mill 2 needs to have more. So let's just increase that, and we'll knock that down to 1. Alright, so that should run nice and smoothly. Okay, so we've had sales this month so far. We're only the 20th into the month, and it's 104,000. So we're not close, not far off actually making clearing our deficit from that month. Let's go and have a look at our apples, and we can probably see, yeah, you can see how the AI is already building around locations. So let's have a look at what they've done in Rawton. They have built their own orchard. Okay, so that's interesting, and they've also built a cocoa plantation, and we've now also got a bookstore here. So how are we doing on these? So let's have a look. So upkeep is 5,000 a month, and we are dispatching goods. We've dispatched 3 loads last month, and we've dispatched 4 this month. That's good. We've got loads of water, and we've got 3 apples. Perfect. And how are we actually doing for selling into the market? So apples stored per week. Do you know what? Maybe what we'll do for a short spell is let's just increase the trucks, because if they've got stock stored, it's not giving us money. So let's just increase the trucks for a little bit. So see how the apple cars, hang on, why has this got a grey screen over it? There we go. Let's get rid of you. Look at these apple carts. I think they look absolutely brilliant. If we look at the stocks, so we've got there we go, we've got 5 stored, and I was hoping that they would actually go down here, not all the way around there. That's a bit of a pain. Okay, so we've had 1 delivery, we've got 1 in storage, and I'm going to knock those vehicles down again straight away, because that will just help our costs. Perfect. Right. Let's pause that. Alright. So these guys are shipping a number of loads. They've shipped 4 last month. So this price of apples is going to drop significantly. How many have we got here? We got 3 again. Do you know what? If I actually have, I can afford to do this for a short while, because I'd rather not have the AI pinching my apples. I might lose money, but do you know what? At least I'll sell more apples to what the AI will do. So if we go back to our big place over here, let's have a look what the AI has done. Alright, so the AI has put in paper, gift wrapping, cardboard and books. So if we go to our hardware store, we've got paper, cartons. No, they've still not got any gift wrapping requirements, unless that's a different store. Let's have a quick scan. Bookstore. No, that's not bookstore. That's the bookstore. So they want posters, gift wrapping. Okay, so that's 4 per week. 66,000. Whoa, I like the look of that. Okay, so let's pause this for a second. We're producing cardboard and we're producing paper. Let's have a look at what gift wrapping actually requires. So that requires a cardboard and a paper. So if I was just to convert those two to deliver to another location, we'll then just have gift wrapping paper being produced, which would give us a lot more money. Let's have a look at what we're doing at the moment. We've just gone into the beginning of the month, so we've had all our expenses come through. We did nearly 200,000 profit last month. I'm thinking let's put in another paper mill. We're going to pop it here, and we'll put our road in. Okay. And then what we're going to do, instead of paper mill 7, we're going to change that one to production gift wrap. Yes. Alright, so that's set. Okay, so we're now going to send our destination here. It's no longer going to be a hardware store, it's going to be a factory, and it's going to be gift wrapping. And we're going to do 1, that's fine. Alright, come on, and this paper factory is also going to change, and that's going to do gift wrapping as well. Perfect. Okay, destination for this place is going to be commercial, and it's going to be the bookstore. And we'll send 1 vehicle in. Actually, do you know what? It's every 12.5 days, so that's 15 days. Yes, we'll have 1. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we get when we get our gift wrapping. So the paper's gone in, and the card. So won't take long for the gift wrapping load to be delivered. So we're coming up to the end of the month. Alright, so let's just slow this down a bit. Right, so our gift wrapping, look at that. All those different colours. So that will go to our bookstore. Let's just take that off and let's speed it up a little bit. So here he comes. Go straight to the bookstore. Delivered. And we've got £66,670 for that. Wow. Okay, and we've just jumped into the new month, and all our upkeep's gone out first, and we're already on day 3 we have a £40,000 current bonus for this month. But as I said before, that is to do with how often these things produce and when those days coincide with the deliveries. So let's have a quick scan at our apples again. It's a long way over this. Let's just close that down. There we go. Wow, look at that. We've got quite a lot of cocoa in the cocoa plantation. We've got another orchard doing grapes. Wow, okay. And that apple farm is doing quite well. So what's going on with these guys? Dispatched 4 loads this month. Storage, no, just got water, that's fine. And again here, we've just got water. So we're getting close to 40 maximum slots for water in these locations, so then we can stop purchasing water, which is good. Let's actually have a look at what's going on with these guys over here as well, just to make sure that we have got sufficient water going on. This is a little bug, I think, at the moment, in the sense that it's something that needs to be looked at to reduce the micromanaging on this. So we've got plenty of water on those 2. Cardboard 1 has as well, and 27. So we need 4. So we can swap what's going into. We can't do it with the paper. We can swap 3 to 4. So let's change that. So let's cancel. And we want paper mill 4 now. Okay. Bearing in mind we can only get 40 into each location. Won't be long before we need to stop delivering to these anyway, so it's all be good. But at least we've got enough production going on. Alright, okay, so let me just pause it there. I think we've had quite a good start. We're already starting to make a profit, as I said. Beginning of the month, we're up by 40 grand. I think it's a pretty good start. So if you'd like what you see, hit that subscribe. And until next time, that's Murphy out.